In this lesson we're going to condense logarithmic expressions and basically just doing the reverse of what we did in the last lesson where we expanded. We're going to be using the same exact properties, only in a different order. Before we had the log of a product and we rewrote it as the sum of two logs, or we had the log of a quotient and we rewrote it as the difference, or we had the log of an argument raised to a power and we brought that power down using the power rule. So now we're going to just reverse the order in which we do this. And so the first example, it says to use the properties above to write the following as a single log, and we should evaluate as much as possible or simplify as much as possible. So this first one is the difference of two logs. So we have the log base 4 of 2 over 32. The difference of two logs is the same thing as having the log of a quotient. This is the log base 4 of 1/16. And so 4 to what power gives me 1/16? Well, I know 4 squared gives me 16, so I'm going to need a negative in order to get the fraction. So the first one, the answer is -2. The second one, part B, is the log of the sum of two logs, and we want to rewrite that as the log of a product. So we've got the log of 100. This is another one that we can actually simplify further because the base is 10, and we say 10 to what power is equal to 100, and the answer is 2. These next two have just variable expressions as arguments, so we will not evaluate, we'll just simplify as much as we can. And so the log of 4x minus 3 minus the log of x, the difference of two logs is the log of a quotient. The 4x minus 3 is in the numerator, the x is in the denominator. You could stop right there. Looking at part D, there's actually a pretty quick way of doing this one. I know they all have the same base. I can write these as one log. I have to decide which factors are going to be in the numerator and which factors are going to be in the denominator. Any positive log, its factor belongs in the numerator, and a negative log, its factor belongs in the denominator. So the x and the y will be in the numerator, and the z is in the denominator. All right, now let's look at example 4, where we have factors in front of the logs, and so now we're going to use the power rule. And so in this first one, part A, I want to take that 1/2 and move it up as an exponent. I also want to take the 2 and raise it as an exponent. So I'll have the log of x to the 1/2 minus the log of x minus 1 squared. This is a difference of two logs, so it's going to be the log of a quotient. The x to the 1/2 is in the numerator. The x minus 1 squared is in the denominator. And depending on how you're asked to leave your answer, you may be asked to leave your fractional exponents in radical form. So that would be the square root of x over x minus 1 squared. Either one of these is acceptable as an answer, again, just depending on how you're asked to leave your answer. Well, let's look at this part C. Again, we're going to have to use the power rule, but we've got a set of parentheses here, so we need to distribute the 2 first. So we have 4 log base b of x minus 2 log base b of 6. 2 times 1/2 is just 1, so I'm going to have the log base b of y. And now I will bring these factors up as an exponent. So I'm going to have the log base b of x to the 4th minus the log base b of 6 squared minus the log base b of y. Now we can rewrite this expression as one log, again just deciding which factors will be in the numerator, which will be in the denominator. The positive log, its argument is going to be in the numerator. These two negative logs, these factors will be in the denominator, 36y. So in the next video, I'm going to have you start by practicing some of these strategies, and then you can check your answers.